This playthrough is rated E10+.
You know, I've been in this house long enough, I swear that fish on the wall is singing to me. Singing some tune of demonic evil. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Uninvited. We're still inside the house, and we've been checking around. We grabbed everything we could handle, and oh boy, our pockets are full of hopes and dreams and bottles and stuff like that. Like I said, 90% of the stuff we're not even going to use, but I want to have it because I'm a kleptomaniac. So before we continue on to our next objective, let's go back. Let's see, was it this room? Yes. Let's go back to this room. Stop taunting me with your key, dude. You now have to question the reliability of your eyes. You think you see a somewhat cute, abstract creature with a key in its hand prance by. Ugh. Anyway, let's, you know that ruby we found in here like a long time ago? You know what, let's take it, despite the fact it tells us, let's see. It's a large blood red ruby. You feel some sort of strange powers running through it. You feel power coursing through you. Let's take that ruby. And let's just have it in our property for no reason. Let's just, let's see, I think, well, let's see, now let's just keep examining this room for no reason. No reason at all. Nope. Nothing we can do except examine the floor. What the? What's happening to you? The evil air that pervades the estate seems to have invaded your very being. Your head and chest feel heavy and thick. Well, that was weird. Now let's keep checking this carpet. I love this carpet, man. Look at that thing. Red, pinkish, whatever it is. It's just feeling, I don't know, I just like running my hands through it, even though there's nothing unusual. I think there is something unusual. What the? What's with the skull motif again? You feel a force taking over your mind. You know that it is not your own. You begin to feel almost at home here, amongst the undead. No, you say out loud, shaking your head. I will find my sister! I'll find my sister! Huh. That was weird. Probably something I ate. Bit of bad porridge or meat or something like that, or gruel. Nothing too mad. Let's just keep checking this carpet here. No reason, like I said, I just want to show you off this magic carpet. Again with the skull. Suddenly it feels like an evil presence is trying to take over your body. You feel like you're going insane. You wonder how long you can stand against this evil force. I can stand it a bit longer, I think, because there's this mighty carpet here I must check. Ooh, nice carpet. Let me look at the shiny carpet. Ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Huh? The evil presence proves too much for you. You are united with the massed horde of undead that inhabit this estate. You turn around to see your horrific new master. A blood-red skull smiling fiendishly at you. Your quest is over. Yeah, if you continue to, like, mess with that, basically, if you do 61 actions, and 61 actions are considered like checking stuff or moving from room to room, if you do that 61 times, you die from the ruby. And as far as I'm aware of, the ruby has no purpose outside of just straight up killing you. Dick move, game. Dick move. Okay, so now that we've taken care of that, oh yeah, last episode we got like the key and everything like that. So now, oh yeah, and I also forgot to check those scrolls we got, so let's check those out too. Yeah, look at this inventory. It's gonna take me forever to get through everything. I maybe shouldn't have grabbed everything just for comedic purposes, because now I actually have to go through the whole inventory just to get to what I want. Now let's open up that scroll. What could happen? You open up scroll 2. It reads gold, silver, and mercury. Together they form a key. Keep that in mind. How about scroll number 3? The scroll reads, the heart of the garden maze contains the Blothny gem. Never heard of that before. Is it like the Blarney Stone in Ireland or whatever? It is guarded by he who moves the moon. Perhaps clues for later. Anyway, let's go to the, let's see, no, not this room. Or maybe, I forgot which room, I forgot which room the game room's in. Okay. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. This is definitely not your imagination. This little creature is running circles around you. All that running probably makes him extremely hungry. Anyway, remember this cabinet was locked? Let's use. See which which page was the key on. There we go. Cabinet? Gypsy doll. Click, the cabinet is unlocked. A gyp doll. I assume it's a gypsy doll. Let's check it out. The old-looking doll is shaped like a gypsy fortune teller. The details on the doll make you think that it's almost alive. I wonder. Let's take the doll. And then let us go. Oh, yes, that's actually what I want to do. Let's cast the doll spell. You can't do that. Oh, I can't take it. I mean, use the doll spell. You shouted doll as loudly as possible. A weird voice emerges from the doll's lips. Talk to my pious brother. He can help you find your sister. A word from him can open doors in the high places. You memorize the magic words. Ooh, oh sesame. Oh sesame, there art thou? Or whatever. Anyway, we learned a new spell because of the doll spell. So let's go back before we continue on to our next location. Oops. Let's get out of here. I need to get back to the main room, which is... You think I'd memorize like all the rooms, the locations, and everything like that, but luckily there's not a timer, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Ooh. One of these doors gets me to where I want to go. I know there's one of them will save me. Escape from this place. One of them will. Oh, I know which room it is. Now I know it. Never mind. I know where to go. I remember. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I remember. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Actually, did we get that yet? Maybe not. I may be misremembering. Hold on. We might not have this yet, actually. Oh, no, we do. Okay. Wasn't sure if we grabbed the matches yet or not. Okay. So let's use... Remember last episode we also got a weird box with heat on it? Remember one of those scrolls from before about something about messing with the box? Use matches on... Where are you going to set fire to? Well, the fireplace, of course. Okay. When the flame is put near the firewood, it starts burning. Okay, let's use that box we got. Where is that box? There, the one that was, to remind you what it was. Shrink-wrapped, generate heat. So let's use the box in the fireplace. When you throw the box in the fireplace, it burns up. Clouds of smoke billowed from the fireplace. The light reflecting off the star with light reflects off the star with blinding radiance. It must have been in the box. Huh. Well, there's that star, that Dracon star. Let's see. Actually, what does it say now as we examine it? This heavy brass star bears the inscription "Fire and Ice." Like the movie? It's been forever since I watched it, but maybe. Or A Song of Ice and Fire, one of the two. We take the star. Alright, now that we've got the star, we can now go back to the main area, or go back to that spin-off point, or the area that splits into 3 different areas, or whatever. No, not that way. Me and my silliness. Okay. You know, if I ignore that thing, will it go away? I feel like not, but I could be wrong. Anyway. Alright, now that we're in the trophy room, let's go back here. Now we're in officially the split-off point. What's with these random animations all of a sudden? You see a bird fly past you. Neat. Alright, let's save it there. Okay. Now, we have 3 different paths we want to go. Actually, let's examine before we do that. The stone pathway goes in 3 directions, each one leading to a different building. The deserted land spreads out before you. It looks like a church. Looks can be deceiving, as they say. You see something move in the trees behind the building. I don't want to go that way then. It appears to be a greenhouse. Appears. You wonder if the dome-shaped building could be some kind of laboratory. Dee Dee, get out of my laboratory! Anyway, let's head to the greenhouse. You stand before the greenhouse, the glass covered with dust. Ooh. Let's take a look around. You're in front of the greenhouse. Okay. Oh, there's a water faucet here. Turning the handle opens and closes the water faucet. Neat. It's a large glass door. That doesn't look like glass, dude. Okay. Let's open the greenhouse door and go inside. You open the door. Inside. Ooh. The plants within the greenhouse are very dead. Aw, they're dead? Well, that's not fair to the greenhouses, but okay. Well, let's examine this place. You see nothing unusual. I don't think so. You see nothing unusual. Maybe it's because we've seen so many things, we're just kind of like, you know what? I haven't seen anything unusual anymore. It's a metal watering can. It must be used for watering plants. You can hear water sloshing around the can. Look at this. This is the only empty flower pot in the greenhouse. It's dry soil and needs watering. Ooh, is that a clue, you say? Perhaps. Let's look at the dead plants. It's a plain wooden desk. No. The dead plant in this pot has begun to decay. No pot for us, I guess. Okay, I think they all say the same thing. Yep. Okay. Alright, so what do we need to do? Well, like all places, let's take everything that isn't nailed down. We take the watering can. And since that pot actually, I don't even think we can take the... I wonder if you can hit the pot. Nothing happened. Dunk! Or whatever the noise is. Or whatever. Anyway, now that we've gotten this water can, let's use the watering can on that pot. Water streams from the can into the soil, hardened, cracked soil. A tiny sprout has pushed its nose out of the dry dirt. Ooh. Perhaps again? Actually, what happens after we use it? I know sometimes the descriptions change. So let's, oops. It's a metal watering can. It must be used for watering the plants. You can hear water sloshing. Okay, it's the same description. I didn't think it'd be any different, but, you know. Like if it had less water, that type of thing. Water streams from the cracked and the hard soil. The previously lifeless clay pot now sports a lush green plant. Lush. Actually, let's see what the... I probably should have examined it when it was just a bud, but the plant has a few soft-looking leaves on it. They seem to grow larger and larger before your eyes. Perhaps one more time? Actually, let's examine the water can this time. It's a metal water can. Oh, it doesn't... Yeah, basically there's no water in it, so... Okay, let's move outside. Okay, let me go ahead and save it again. And let us open the faucet, or use it. As you turn on the faucet, water gushes out. Okay, let's use the watering can on the faucet. As you fill the watering can with water, it starts getting heavy. Well, heavy with mercy. Actually, let's see what the description for the water is. The water gushing out of the faucet is really cold! I thought there was something for... Okay, it just says the same thing, so... Okay. Alright, let's go back inside. And use the... He's just never gonna leave me alone, is he? He just wants to taunt me with that key of his. We will get it eventually. Mark my words. Maybe not today, but eventually, so... Anyway, let's use the watering can on that plant again. Water streams from it. Yeah. Wow, wow, the plant suddenly bears fruit. Well, it's like our thing is bearing fruit, if anything. So, all right, let's examine the plot again, see if it says anything. Looks like a lush green plant with a juicy but unfamiliar fruit on it. The fruit looks quite tasty. Really? Well, let's take that plant, or let's take that fruit. Let's take the fruit and use the fruit. On us, what could happen? You bite into the ripe fruit. Both sweetness and sourness mix in your mouth. But what's with the music? Suddenly your body begins to age, a year for every second. In moments, your body blows away in the wind. Your quest is over. Yep, don't eat the fruit. Like I said, I'm trying to find every single, most deaths. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I'll find every single death in the game, but I want to show off most of them, so. Alright, anyway, let's use the watering can again. And on the plant. Yep, plant bears fruit. Now let's take the plant. Alright. Actually, does that have the same description if we examine it here? Yep, it just says quite tasty. Is the game basically playing a trick on you? It's like, you want to eat it, huh? And you're like, I do, but I'm not going to. Alright, let's go and save it after we do that. Alright, and let's just turn off the faucet because I don't like wasting water. And by the way, you can just leave that alone. It's not like a King's Quest game where you have a point system where you try to get the best score or something like that by doing little things like that. One day I'll play those games. But not today is not that day. You're back in the backyard, you can leave. Okay, same description. For some reason I was thinking it had a different description, so. Alright, let's go into the church and the things that were in the background there. Uh-oh. As you approach the buildings, you see that it is guarded by 2 menacing dogs. Ooh. Dogs, you say to yourself. Why did it have to be dogs? Oh, nice Indiana Jones reference. Dogs. Why did it have to be dogs? You know what? I don't like these dogs. Take this! Nuts. The dogs suddenly charge you. You are overcome by the canine savagery. The last thing you see is the dog's vicious fangs lunging for your throat. Your quest is over. Nuts. Yeah, don't mess with angry dogs. Not gonna end happily. Okay. Anyway, I think you can, as long as you don't attack the dogs, I think you can mess around for a bit. You're too scared to get near it. This dog looks fierce enough to turn you into puppy chow. Okay. So, how do we get rid of the dogs? We need to cast a spell. A spell that would scare most dogs. And you know what? Most dogs, because of their sense of hearing, usually a loud noise can be used to scare the creatures. Let us cast the Thundeed spell. You shouted Thundeed as loudly as possible. Suddenly, lightning begins to flash, and you hear a loud peal of thunder. At this, the dogs recoil. They put their tails between their legs and scamper away. The door is now unguarded. Haha! Well, I guess most people are scared of lightning, but or thunder. Actually, it's Thundeed, right? So speaking of thunder, thunder is the sound that comes after lightning cracks or whatever. So it shouldn't actually be summoning lightning, if what I understand is correct. But okay. Anyway, let's take a look at the door now that we can actually look at this. The beautiful door is decorated with large jewels. Okay. Anything else on it? Nope, just large jewels. Alright then. Well, let us go inside the doors. Open the door. Okay. I mean, I did that. That just doesn't say anything on the inside. The door is open. Okay, cool. Thanks for the description. I appreciate that. Oh. Well, this is nice. Not quite the wedding theme, but or maybe just some general church, tune or something like that from the organ or pipe organ or whatever your church has, if you go to church at all. Oh, or actually, not even all churches have that, so it could be from it. Nah, whatever. I'm going into weird mode. You stand in solemn awe in this abandoned house of worship. You feel the presence of long-dead worshippers. Is that a good thing, or... I'm not sure. Anyway, let's take a look around. You see nothing unusual. This is where the congregation used to sit, and now they're dead. It looks like a door, but it won't open. There seems to be no keyhole. Another door with no keyhole, huh? It's a beautiful stained glass window. Yeah. Multiple stained glass windows. Usually there's a picture, but nothing here, so... This beautifully crafted ornament is attached firmly to the wall. No taking that, game. Or player. Desecrating this shrine is not a good idea. You can't really do anything to it anyway. There's a head there. This heavy stone bust displays a look of pious self-righteousness on its marble face. I didn't know you could carve something like that. Its solemn expression makes you think that he may have been deeply religious. If you say so. Okay, let's just repeat. This rather gaudy candle holder looks like it was stolen from Liberace's stage show. Wow. Man, actually, by the time this game came out, was Liberace still... Let me see. When did Liberace pass away? I thought it was in like I thought it was in the early 80s or something like that. So people playing this game know who Liberace is. Well, he's a fanciful man from Wisconsin or something, or not. Maybe I'm misremembering. Anyway, he was a fanciful man who fancied men. At the front of the chapel is a stone altar. It's a marble bowl filled with a... Wait, what did it say? Celestial? Celestial... How do you know it's celestial water, by the way? I mean, isn't that yeah, whatever. Alright. Well, like all good things. Can we take this? No, I didn't think we could. Yeah, I can always try. I'm just messing around now just to see. Actually, can we destroy the glass windows just for fun? Nothing happened. Ah. But stained glass windows, like, really easy to break, by the way. Okay, anyway. Let's take the goblet. Put that in our inventory. Take that in our pipe and smoke it. As you fill the goblet, As you fill the goblet, you see the altar move to the side. Okay. Wow. You found a secret passage. You take the candles. I take some candles as well. I think it said fill. I guess you just automatically put water in the thing. You think it would, you'd have to do that, but I guess it's one of the few things the game automatically does it for you. So, okay. Before that, let me move back out. No reason. Okay, and then let me save really quick. Clearly that opening is the next place we must go, right? Under the altar is a dark hole stretching down some 70 feet. The stale, damp odor of stagnant water rises up out of the hole. Oh, let's move in the hole, right? Nothing bad could happen here. You really don't want to climb down there. There's a spider bigger than there is a spider down there that's bigger than a bread box. Oh, what could be bad down there? You really don't want to go down there. Really, that spider's bad news. Don't try hard to go down there. Oh, come on, game, let me do it. You really don't want to climb down there. The spider that's down there would rip you to shreds. Nah, it's fine. Ah! Wait, does that spider have eyes? I mean, regular eyes, not spider eyes, but cartoonish eyes. Well, what did you know? It's a giant spider. It crushes your tiny body in its large, powerful jaws. Your quest is over. Yep, don't go in the hole. It's one of the few times the game straight up says, "Hey, don't do this," like 50 times to you or something like that. So, well, if that's the case, where do we go to now? Remember that spell we got earlier about talking to someone's brother or something like that? You know, the gypsy from earlier? Well, let's get to the spell list after going through like 50 pages. Okay, let's use the Oh Sesame spell. Oh, so say me. It was the saying, like, I forgot what tale that is. It's from like the 1001 Arabian Nights or something like that. So, open sesame, that type of thing. That's basically what it means. You shout "Oh Sesame" as loudly as possible. Obviously, they have to reduce what it says because you can only put so much text in here. The marble bust speaks and moans these words. Yeah. Let the door be open for this poor strayed lamb, but he must not travel in darkness. As soon as the statue stops speaking, the door opens. Oh, well. What did he say? Something about like being in darkness? Nah, it's probably nothing. Not like I'm saving for any reason, you know, just nothing like that. Just want to step outside, you know, and go in the hole. Yeah, see? You step into a large yard. You can see a stone maze in the distance. The heck? Is that a comically, like, stereotypical looking ghost? A horrifying apparition in the shape of a classic ghost, the game even says it, swoops down upon you like a bird of prey. The strange, amorphous creature quickly begins to rip you apart. Its shrieking face is the last thing you'll ever see. Your quest is over. Whoops! Oh yeah, he did say something about, like, lighting or not being in darkness or whatever. So how about we make ourselves some light, shall we? And we did just get those candles recently, so let me use the matches on. I think the matches, if I remember correctly, eventually burn out if you take too many actions outside of what you're going to do next, if I recall. But anyway, when the flame is, we want to use on the candles, by the way. When the flame is put near the candles, it starts burning. It smells like burning. But anyway, now we've got a light source. You step into a large yard. You can see a stone maze in the distance. Uh-oh, the ghost again. A horrifying apparition of the swamp bird of play. But he busts his ass away this time. I mean, his butt away. I get one or two minor curses in these types of plays, so it's okay. The thing that's offended by the flames... Oh, it made fun of my mother. The thing is offended by the flames and flies off to its supernatural home. Bye-bye. Who knew ghosts were a fear to flame? But realistically, most things are afraid of fire because it's just one of the most, I don't know if I'd say unnatural things. It takes something to make fire, basically. Stuff outside of, like, some monumental thing, you know. The fact that we can make fire is impressive enough when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, let's take a look around before we head on into that obvious thing, obvious building in the distance. The deserted land spreads out before you. Yes, we know. Okay. Well then. The maze in the distance seems to be fairly large. Ooh, a hedge maze. Or, don't you love these? Hopefully you don't run across a minotaur or something like that. You wonder where you are. All you can see is stone walls. You feel that you are lost in a very strange place. You seem to recall something written on that old scroll. Yeah, remember it kind of gave us an idea of, like how to, go through this place. So I'll just basically give you the cliff notes on how to get here, or how to get through this place. So, I think most of the areas is the same on the examination part, I think, if I recall. Unless you actually see something off in the distance. You're inside the labyrinth. So, okay. Head into the maze. So we want to go north. You move north. I just had to make a note on my notes here, like the direction to go, so... What's this? There are letters engraved on the stone slab. It is very hard to read them. The Blothing gem... the Blothing gem is in the deep place. The deep place? Well then. Alright. So this time we want to move west. Move west. Yeah, and then after that it's like, okay. And since there's, I mean, I'll double check, but I don't think there's anything really, any description other than, yeah, no description. So, move west again. You move west. Now we're just in, now this is where it starts getting a little complicated, but worry not, viewers, I will show you the way. We want to go north. Okay, nothing here. We go north again. Move north. Okay, so what does this thing say? There are letters engraved on the stone slab. It is very hard to read them. The pendant can protect you from the undead. Interesting. Okay, well, let's keep moving on. Pendant, huh? Yeah, remember that thing we got way back at the beginning of the game, like one of the first items we got? Alright, we move west. We move west again. We move west. I mean, for the most part, it's not too difficult to get through this thing, but because, I mean, there's only so many things you can program into an old 8-bit version of a game, but still. North. Move north. North again. You move north. Let's see what that thing is blocking our way. There are letters engraved on the stone slab. It's very hard to read them. The bouncing creature loves things that fly. Bouncing creature, huh? Have we seen anything like that? Perhaps not. But we continue east. We move east. Nothing there. East again, I say. You move east. Now it's time to go north. North, I say. No north. Go north, young man. Go north. Excuse me. Yeah, another thing out in the middle of the thing. It's a tombstone. Luckily, your name hasn't been carved into it. Yeah, thanks for that. Okay. Now we want to move as far east as we can, all the way to New York City. New York City? Get a rope. Yeah, just keep moving east. To the great... What the? A zombie stands before you. There's no doubt in your mind that this creature is undead. Well, best prepare for battle then. Let us hit such thing. Hee-ah! Oops, sorry. Even though you didn't desire it, you will become an undead, groans the undead apparition. Oh, what a polite zombie, I guess, when you think about it. The zombie grabs your arm with its bony hands. Quickly, it takes a voracious bite out of you. The miserable dead now becomes your company. Your quest is over. Well then, that sucked. All right, let's not do that this time. I think he attacks you if you have to deal with him basically. So let us use the pendant. Yes, let's go all the way back to the beginning. This is probably one of the main reasons why you never want to just grab everything that you're not. But the first time you play the game, you don't know what you're actually going to need. So it's almost, this game gives you like a ton of red herrings. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Anyway, let's use the pendant on the undead. Goodbye, zombie man. A mysterious light suddenly shoots out of the pendant. The zombie is blasted right in the face. In the face! A blue nimbus engulfs the body of the zombie, and with a flash, disappears. Huh. Well, easy peasy, Gary Teasy. One of the first things in the game we get. And, no. Anyway, we move east. Finally, we want to move south. South, south, south. Move on to the good old south. And then we just follow it from here. You see a tombstone that has been carved quite differently than the others. Okay. Well, let's examine this thing. On the tombstone are but the words, "A rose is but a rose." You wonder what that message could possibly mean. Well, what does that message possibly mean? Will we be able to figure out this maze without getting lost ourselves? Will we be able to put a flower to the plan? I don't know where I was going with that, but it's better than nothing, I guess. We'll find out what happens next time in the next episode of Uninvited. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.